Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk races and class selection. What, you're expecting one of my long, rambling intros? Now, recently, MrGM made a tweet saying if a race can be a priest, then they should also be able to be a paladin. I made a little reply to this post saying that a paladin isn't just a warrior and a priest combined. It's a code of honor, a way of life, putting others above yourself. Now, a goblin can be a priest. They make money healing people and they believe in that absolutely. And that's what's required to be able to wield the light. That's why you can have two people that can wield the light, that can fight each other, because both of them believe that what they're doing is the right thing to do. They believe in it wholeheartedly and therefore the light will still work through them. That's why Arthas, when he was walking through Stratholme killing people, he could feel the light every now and again flicker, but the light was still there. Every now and again, when he had a moment of doubt, it would flicker, but the light was still there when he was beating women and children to death with his hammer, because he believed what he was doing was right. Now, for a goblin, making gold is the right thing to do. So, they're happy to heal you and make some gold using the light. But what they're not going to do is to save a village from bandits if there is no reward, simply because it is the noble thing to do. So to this effect, I fired off a reply and thought no more about it, until Cuddles and I were sat talking, and Cuddles mentioned that she still really wishes that the Vulpera could be Paladin. And at the end of the conversation, we've been twisting and turning, and we came up with this new idea, which is what this video is based upon. Unlocking specs for races via an attunement style questline. But let's rewind it a second, let's take a breath. During the downtime of BFA, we were given new allied races. And this isn't something I want Blizzard to stop doing. It's fantastic. More allied races, I'm all good with that. But it really isn't something that we can do with every minor patch. We keep talking that we want new classes to be added, but yet we moan because Blizzard can't balance the ones we've got. So instead, let's do something a little different. We're going to jump into a little RP here, so just bear with me. Back when a race is first introduced in Azeroth and the world of Warcraft, they have their own way of life, their own way of doing things. The best example I'll probably give for this would be the Pandarian. They developed the monk as a way to control their emotions because of the Shah, and to overcome their oppressors at the time. No other race in Azeroth had these same conditions that required the creation of this specific class. But since Pandaria was discovered, other races have been able to learn the way of the monk. They've seen what the Pandarian have done, and they're like, actually, I really like that way of life. I like that idea, the way of controlling my emotions. I'm all down for becoming a monk. And so other races can now become monks. Why not extend this same logic to every race and every class? Why wouldn't a Vulpera stood in the middle of Orgrimmar, seeing a paladin ride past for the first time, not think, hey, I want to become one of them. I wish to learn the way of the paladin. So here's the idea. We create new class order halls like we had in Legion, but this time all around Azeroth. If you want to unlock the Paladin on the Vulpera, then you need to mount up, head your way to Lighthope's Chapel, then begin a questline that takes you all over Azeroth. Learning how to become a Paladin from dwarves, from humans, from Taurens, from Blood Elves, and so on. As you do the quest, you learn the differences between all of them, why these different races respect the Paladin code in their each unique way, but also what binds them all together as Paladins. Think of it similar to how the Heritage questline worked, where you get a little slice of your race's history, but I think this would need to be longer. Say, the questline, the grind, with air quotations, would take, say, a week or two. Remember, this is meant to be something that we're doing during our downtime, and once you've learned that class, so once you've completed this questline, it unlocks the ability to create a Vulperan Paladin. Also, as an added bonus, having these order halls around Azeroth, it gives us something to bind us from one expansion to the next. The order hall can be upgraded as we go through. We've just beaten Sardathrius. Why not have the Sardathrius trophy on the walls? And here's another little added bonus. Why not have class proving grounds? Very similar to what we've got in MoP with the proving ground. But this would be specifically for training, in this example, Paladins. The various different specs of Paladins. You would also then be able to introduce into this proving ground a new style of Mage Tower that would never become obsolete. It would upgrade, it would change, it would twist, it would become different each new expansion. You can put additions on these, and it would bind it together, bringing us new content each expansion, but also something familiar as well. I think of it like, if we look at all of the races in World of Warcraft, they have been through a lot. They have been exposed to horrors and constant life-ending events, training day in, day out with different races and different classes. Okay, I get it. On the whole, yes, the Vulpera may not see the benefit of having a Vulperan Paladin order. But that's not to say a handful of Vulperan would not want to become Paladins. This is, after all, an RPG. At least that's what Ian hopes it can reclaim a little bit of its soul as an RPG. And what would be better than being able to choose the path I want to choose for my character? Opening up a new spec, a new class for a race that doesn't normally have it. Now, I'm not saying you would go there as a Pandarian monk, complete this questline, and all of a sudden your character would swap into being a paladin, or that you could be both. Simply the fact that, like when you do the allied race questline, you would then, once you were done, unlock the ability to select your Pandaren or Vulperan, whatever your race may be, and the option to be a paladin that you wouldn't normally have would be there ready for you. I think it's a really just interesting, unique idea that tries to bring a little bit of that RPG flavour back into WoW. I love the idea of the Order Halls I always have from Legion. I think that would be a really nice thing to bring them back as a way to bind us all. And supposedly we're all becoming friends again on Azeroth. You know, the Horde and the Alliance. It's tired, it's done. We don't necessarily need to be friends and join up and do dungeons together. But, you know, meeting each other in the Order Halls, and that would go some way to filling this idea that we're all now friends. You know, oh, well, when we do PvP, that's training exercise. It's fine, okay, I'm good with that. But I would love to hear what you'll think of this. Is this an idea that you can see happening, that you can see... Actually, yeah, in the downtime, it'd be really fun to be able to take this character that I love and go and unlock all these different specs and classes, because, I don't know, I really adore the Orc, and I want to be able to have everything available to play on my Orc. Now, I get it. There are certain things that aren't going to happen. Probably Demon Hunter is the first one that jumps out. You're not really going to have Demon Hunter or anything else. That's moved on. They're not training Demon Hunters. The ones that are there are... You're not going to get any more. Whether they could do something with that, I don't know. But yeah, I would love to hear your opinions on this, to see whether it's something that you think is viable and that could happen. It would actually be something you'd be interested in doing when we have these downtimes. Whew. But yeah, I've gone on long enough, everybody. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in the next video. Ladies, everybody.